All right, this is Brad and Mike again from Dallas Geek for yet another movie one-shot.
Marvel edition.
Oh, yes. And this time we're doing Iron Man 2. So, as always, we're going to go over the good, the bad, and our final thoughts.
Word.
So, starting off, the good. What did you think?
Sorry.
Wow.
No. In all seriousness, it's supposed to be a little comedy effect there. No. I like that Jon Favreau came back because I think a lot of the Iron Man success was mainly because of his direction and what he brought as an Iron Man fan growing up to bringing the character to life on the big screen. I liked the evolution of Rhodey in this one. And I don't just mean that they brought in Don Cheadle over Terrence Howard. I mean that they actually gave him some stuff to do. They put him in the War Machine outfit, or in the War Machine armor. And the Black Widow was pretty freaking awesome, let's be honest.
Yeah, I definitely liked Don Cheadle as Rhodey. It took me a little bit to get used to him.
Yeah.
But it definitely helped. And even then, it wasn't even Iron Man 2 that really sold me on him as Rhodey.
Yeah.
But it did help the transition.
Yeah.
Black Widow, I definitely loved their choice of Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. I thought she did an amazing job.
Right.
And I liked how they utilized her character in the story. I liked that
she was basically a spy.
Well, I actually liked the little bit of insecurity it gave Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Because you could definitely tell in the first movie, yeah, she was there for Tony. Yeah, she was absolutely going to be backing him no matter what, even if she wasn't a fan of his at the moment.
Right.
But the introduction of Black Widow really gave a sense of she can be a little insecure. She, as confident as she comes across, she does have a legitimate concern about somebody else possibly replacing her in Tony's eyes.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. And I liked the interactions between Tony Stark and Nick Fury in this one. Even though it was short,
yeah, almost kind of
liked it.
Almost kind of like a mentoring. He was trying to teach Tony to see the bigger picture and everything like that kind of thing. Yeah, definitely.
I liked it a lot. And that's about where my loves for the movie stop.
I liked Mickey Rourke as Whiplash.
Here's where my bad comes in.
I didn't necessarily think Whiplash was a good choice for villain.
I honestly thought that as a villain for the second movie,
yeah,
they could have done a lot more. They could have gone a lot darker.
Yeah. Well,
especially considering the story that they were working with.
Yeah.
They were trying to work with the
they were trying
self-destruction of Tony Stark.
That's just it. They were trying to almost make Tony Stark a villain himself in this movie.
But the thing is, if you really look at it from the point of view of Tony's already supposed to be in a very dark place.
Yeah.
Which they only sort of played up. They could have gone a lot darker. They could have made him a lot more of a less likable character in this, just because of his own self-abuse.
They kind of made him a big dick in this one, let's be honest. Like, they made him really dickish.
They could have done more.
Yeah.
Which could have made the interaction with a truly dark villain even more horrible. They could have really...
Oh, yeah.
They could have gone in and taken if they had a strong villain, a single strong villain, and had him really play some mind games with Tony Stark, or not even having to play mind games, but just add on to the crap that Tony's dealing with within himself, and just force Tony to have to dig himself out of the hole that he made,
right.
And this villain was now filling up on top of him that much harder. I think it could have made such a more dynamic movie.
I almost kind of wish they would have flipped villains for 2 and 3. had Hammer in 3 and have the one that Guy Pearce played.
Killian.
The guy that created AIM
Yeah.
in 2.
Okay.
I think that would have been better.
I think, yeah, and it would have definitely helped with part of the story issues with 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think that the villain could have been played up a lot better. And I was not a fan of the second villain. Whiplash, okay. Mickey Rourke did a decent job.
Not a Justin Hammer fan.
Oh, dear Lord. Justin Hammer. What was the actor that played him again?
Wasn't that, who was that?
I'm looking it up right now. I realize we probably should have done a bit more research on this.
That wasn't Greg Kinnear, was it?
That would be...
Was it Greg Kinnear? No, it was,
Sam Rockwell.
Rockwell, that's right.
I don't have a problem with Sam Rockwell in general, but in this role, I was not a fan. He was way too hammy for a second movie in a trio. Yes, it's okay to move away from the standard for a trilogy of the second being the darker of the 3 films. It is okay with that.
Yeah.
However, if you are trying to get progressively darker as the series goes on, like Harry Potter did,
right,
and like Iron Man seems to be trying to do, it could have been done better.
I agree.
And I thought Pepper Potts was a bit
annoying.
Yes. She was a little more whiny than she should have been in this movie.
A lot more whiny than she should have been.
But I think we have, I think we've pretty much beaten that much into the ground.
Yeah.
Overall, my impressions on the movie were it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Decent follow-up to Iron Man. It could have been better, but it passes.
It definitely fell into that trap of bigger is better for the sequel thing. It definitely did. So it doesn't mean necessarily that's a terrible movie, because I don't think it was.
Not at all.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But I think it was, in all honesty, I think it was probably the weakest offering in Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, yeah, especially considering the way the last 2 films in the Phase 1 for Marvel, this definitely doesn't come near that. It doesn't beat the first Iron Man, and it definitely doesn't beat Cap or the Avengers.
Right.
Does it beat Thor or Hulk?
No.
I think at best you could consider it on par.
Yeah.
But I would not say it beats them.
I don't either.
So, all right, that is about it. So, from Dallas Geek, this is Brad and Mike saying, see ya.